How's it going, guys? Back with another stream today. As my lighting is kind of wonky. Um, Gotta run back the pretty close to the same 75 as last stream. I feel like the 75 that I have has been very similar. In fact, the list has felt fine, so I don't want to change anything too drastically. Um, the real card that I'm really testing now is Deadweight. I added it last stream and never drew it. So just gonna keep it since it seems pretty good on paper. How it can just recur a removal spell very efficiently. Um, and then I'm bringing back the Caustic Caterpillar. I think Pithing Needle is just a little too narrow. I think Caterpillar is just a nice card because it can carry your sword nicely and just it's a pet card of mine. I'm kind of building around Lurrus a little bit more. Deadweight and Caustic Caterpillar is definitely one of those um, tools that you can use with Lurrus being able to constantly bring it back, and they're pretty efficient in what they do in comparison to stuff like engineered explosives. That was a removal spell, so we'll see how it goes. Caterpillar was kind of impressive when I had it, and then I cut it last stream, and then I'm just gonna bring it back. I think the rest of the cyber feels fine. Um, I think the only card that I might be iffy on is Galactique, but I think it's just a concession to Belcher. Um, So yeah, let's just roll it back. Um, we're gonna get a message that we have to finish the league by tomorrow, which we will definitely do. Definitely gonna finish the league tonight. But I felt like this has just been fine. It's like it is what it is. It's BGX. It's not gonna be tier one, but it's definitely a lot of fun, and that's why I'm just piling this list. Man, my computer has been kind of slow lately. Yes. I would like to go first if Moto doesn't lag. Moto just crashed. Off to a great start with the stream. Yes. I'd like to go first. This hand seems fine. Put low into 6. Interesting choice where we could lead on the Triumph, or we could also just lead on Spellbomb, honestly. Um, Because like if they lead on a turn one creature, I kind of want to push it and then play scavengers out. It was just not knowing what our opponent on is kind of makes it difficult, obviously. I think I'm just gonna lean towards playing the Triumph, just in case like we draw Liliana, we're gonna be able to like cast it on curve. Oh, okay. Is this like Jund or Rakdos? I'm gonna play the Spellbomb out, and then probably play one of these fetches just in case they are Rakdos. I want to be able to play through Blood Moon. So if I'm gonna fetch Swamp and Forest here. If they Inquisition or Thoughtseizes, I wouldn't be surprised if they just took the sword. Yeah, so if they play like Stomping Ground or like Raging Ravine, that'll kind of determine what we're fetching here. This kind of makes me lean that they're on Rakdos. In which case, I kind of want to fetch basics here. It's kind of an interesting draw. I think we just play fetch force and play scavenging ooze. And then we'll probably do the bauble scry trick on our turn. Or on their turn, sorry. Oh my gosh, my computer is just like dying. If they literally on us, that sucks, but can't do anything about it. They stomp. Okay, so that makes me think that they're definitely on Rakdos here. Tarmogoyf. I definitely want to draw Tarmogoyf. Abrupt Decay is a decent draw as well. No Lurrus. I mean, I guess the Bone Crusher Giant obviously means that they don't have a Lurrus. But that also means we have to look out for Liliana of the Veil. Okay. Hopefully we draw Liliana of the Veil. I guess we can just attack and then see what they do. Because we could always just push the Bone Crusher at the end of turn, so it's not that big of a deal. Because their hand just like could be just like a bolt. I play Blood Moon here. Blood Moon would be interesting. I'll just fetch basic swamp and push the Bone Crusher Giant. I'll probably play the Decay. I'll probably play the push because the Decay can't hit Moon. I think Decay hits more stuff than push. I could have done it on my turn just to get an extra point with Tarmogoyf, but I kind of wanted to see what everyone's going to do. That was a very good draw. Okay. Oh my gosh, my computer. Please don't do that to me. So now we just 2-for-1 our opponent. Let's see if they have another bolt or push. They don't. It's interesting. Oh, okay, sure. I'll probably cast that. And we can just decay it, bring back Tarmogoyf. We can also just ignore it. Okay. Cast Blood Moon now. Oh. Okay, that's trouble. Well, there goes my wish to keep Fatal Push. Each player discards a card. Probably just discard the Decay. Because we can race this Rankle with Batterskull. Now I think I can crack the Spellbomb because I do kind of want to. I guess I could draw Fatal Push too. Maybe I just keep the Spellbomb intact for one turn. Because if I draw Fatal Push, I need to crack it. That's unfortunate. So I guess I can crack this land. Or sorry, crack the spell bomb. I could probably wait one more turn. Or I could just try to spike into Liliana here. Let's just crack now. Okay. Cling the Dust doesn't do anything. I could also just cling something now, just to try to see if I hit anything. If I can just spike into a Fatal Push. So I think I'm actually just going to do that. Probably just hit a land. Okay. So let's see what they're going to draw on their upkeep. Triome, interesting. Okay. Oh, that sucks. How have you been doing with this? I've been averaging 4 1s and 3 2s. Can't complain. So now we really do need to hit a Fatal Push plus fetch, or like some way just to target this, because like we can hit this Batter Skull and stabilize, but like them being able to Edict with Spyro is pretty good. Jeez. This is a tough spot. Me bidding push instead of decay on the Bone Crusher Giant really cost us here. Because now they can just Edict. I guess we could just play Batter Skull. Make them eat it. And then they can just, then they can't attack. The other option was like clinging and try, but then even if we hit push, we can't cast it. So like we need to draw into a path. So I don't think clinging was correct. Is correct there. Oh man. Yeah, because now they can attack us. Make people sack. And then they can make Spyro tokens to protect themselves from Liliana. So really need to draw a path. We need to draw a path, or yeah, it just has to be path. Maybe Lurrus, but like Lurrus plus Bauble might be okay. That Wrinkle's doing a lot of work. Oh, ooh, they're letting us draw. Interesting. I mean, the draw didn't help. Okay. This Hexaker just isn't going to do anything, I don't think. We can't just take 3. We could technically cling Croxa. I hope to hit a path. I guess we can't draw the path, so we go up to 9. So they have 4 cards. So I think I'm going to wait on this cling. Hope to cling the... I could also cling the Spyro here. Maybe clinging Spyro is correct. You gain 3. Exile all the swords. Can do an instant. We have 2 baubles, so we can exile 1. And maybe just X drinker's fine. Gotta open the chest though, Andrew. I should exile Lurrus. I will indeed redeem my chest. Okay. I will have to open a treasure chest in between the match. Hopefully they let us draw. But they'll probably just do the discard mode. If they make me draw, that'd be insane. Well, I guess it makes sense because then it's a 1-turn clock. Wow. They didn't do the discard? Interesting. I got nothing upon it. So I don't think I have any outs here. I need to go like Lurrus, Bauble, and just have to activate on my turn just to... Oh, I'm just dead. You got it, opponent. You got it. That was brutal. That wrinkle just took over the game. Jesus Christ. Deadweight doesn't really do anything. I think Lingering Souls and Kaya's Guile seems decent. The Yard Hate is actually pretty relevant here. Maybe we just trim the discard spells. Call it a day. Let me... If Moto will hand it, I'll just open the chest now, Andrew. Open 1. This is why I don't open chests. What is this garbage? Like, what is this trash? Geared Conclave Exile enters the battlefield. Create a 4/4 green rhino creature with trample. I should make an EDH sticker around this. When it attacks populate, the token enters the battlefield tapped and attacking. Interesting. So it makes a 4/4, and then when you attack it, it's kind of like a Hero Blade Hold kind of thing, huh? That's cool. I wish this was Abzan. I would totally make my EDH sticker on this, but it's Naya, unfortunately. This hand seems fine. The only reason I have it is because a lot of people asked me is to open chest, and I'm like, no, but I'm like, that sounds like a good channel. Redemption. Probably lead on Stoneforge Mystic, because then the Tormentor doesn't die to Bolt if they do end up killing the Stoneforge Mystic here. Probably just get Batterskull to force him to kill it. Everyone is streaming now? Yeah, I was watching Spire stream before I went live. It's a great channel point thing. I have some points of Fletch. Fluffy, you need to have some channel points, dude. Stakes from me. Land. Okay. We could just die the Blood Moon here. Literally. Oh, they're gonna Blood Moon me, and I'm gonna be very sad. Oh, that's also bad. This basic plane's just gonna fuck me. I guess we should just decay this Liliana. If I had a Lingering Souls in hand, I'd probably keep it, but I don't think we can. I could also just like discard this Clean Dust, but with this last person to redeem points, will likely happen to be a winner though. Yeah. How far will you go, Fluffy? That's the real question. Sure. Probably discard Batterskull. We're not realistically going to cast this. If we draw a Bauble, that'd be great. Or Lingering Souls would probably be the best draw. I don't want to trophy this Liliana, but I think I have to. And the next turn I can go Inquisition, cast Tarmogoyf to protect it. Can they cast Crooks on next turn? They go like discard spell plus fetch land, then they can. I actually haven't heard them tell anyone. I call bullshit on that. I don't think they're likely to cast Crooks here. So I think I just have to trophy this Liliana now. I was contemplating just going up to 3 decay, and this is why. Like, I don't want to ramp them here. I don't think we can let them untap Liliana. And I don't want to plus and discard. I don't want them to plus and discard anything. I just hope that they don't. I just hope that they can't escape the Crooks of this turn. That's all I can really hope for. Hopefully they just have a bunch of bolts and fatal pushes in hand. And hopefully, like, so we can, the way we sequence is we draw a land and we can go Inquisition, Cling, Kroxa, play Tarmogoyf. And even then, we're still kind of behind. We're just also just dead to a Blood Moon. Oh. Okay. Okay. So let's just Inquisition first, just to see if they have any pushes. Okay, that's fine. We'll play the Goyf, and then we'll Cling the Kroxa here. I guess I could also just wait. Because they need to get another card in the graveyard. They do have a Bloodstained Mire. I don't think it matters. I think I'm just gonna cling just for the F6 value. Hopefully we draw. So if we, damn it, I was gonna say if we drew another land, we can go Lurrus plus Tarmogoyf for next turn. But now they get to escape Kroxa. Brutal opponent. Brutal. We're just getting absolutely destroyed. Jeez. We are just dead. There's not going to be a way out of this game. Unfortunate. They just put her ass on a ham sandwich and just gave it to us. Just destroyed me. Like, that's just a definition of just getting destroyed. It is what it is. They kind of just drew everything that they kind of needed. Man, that Rankle game one really screwed us. And then going double Liliana and just... I really don't like Trophy. And because I feel like all the matchups were like... Trophy is better than Decay. We're just unfavored, and I'd rather just hedge my percentage points against this kind of matchup. Where it's like... Decay just feels a lot better. Not ramping. Like I'm okay with having one path in the deck, but having like two of these kind of effects is just you just can't have that anymore in modern. I feel like we're already just so unfavored across the board. Just ramping our opponent is just not where we want to be. Like a perfect example is something like Dryad of the Elysian Grove, where like you need to decay that, right? But I don't want to trophy it. So like I board out trophies and keep decays in the matchup because like being able to decay a Dryad is great. When you trophy a Primeval Titan, like it just ramps them, and you don't want to do that because by that point they get Field of the Dead online and you can't trophy them. Like I feel like when you have trophy against like something like Amulet, just Primeval Titan decks in general, like you can trophy a Primal Titan and they just get a basic, and historically it's fine. But now it's like you kill their Primal Titan and they get a 2/2. A 2/2 that in a matchup where you just can't afford that. So I think I just need to cut this trophy and have a decay. The flip side is like for like versus Hammer Time and stuff, like you have Inkmoth Nexus, so being able to blow up a land is huge. Or a decay, you can't blow up the Inkmoth Nexus, but at that point, if you have a decay and the Inkmoth Nexus is lethal, you can just kill the hammer. Um, but then like that's like literally a corner case scenario where trophy's better than decay, and everything else I'd rather just have 3 decay. And I'm the type of person that like wants all the trophies because you want your movable to be versatile, and now it's kind of to the point where like the versatility is losing games, and it's like you're 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 increasing your versatility to be able to answer a lot of threats, but then you lose percentage points on the matchups where you can win, like this matchup where you don't want to ramp a mid range mirror, right? So like and then like yeah, you can say the trophy can kill a Jace, but it's like against those Jace matchups, like I don't think I want trophy anyway. There are going to be situations where you have too many decays that don't do anything, but like if we're in a matchup where we have too many decays on our hand, like we're probably losing that matchup anyway. Like and it's like whatever. Like against something like Eldrazi it's like yeah, I'll have all these decays against Thought Seers and Reality Smasher, sure, but it's like okay, we're gonna lose that matchup anyway. So I'd rather hedge my points in more in these kind of matchups like prowess or like you know Rakdos, where I think Rakdos is actually pretty favored for us outside of us getting Blood Moon. Spirits, Hammer Time, stuff like that, where I think Decay is just already better. Like last stream, I was against Hammer Time. I had Path and Trophy in hand, and like they were able to utilize all the mana and kill us. Versus like if I had a Decay, they would be 1 mana short, and we'd have another turn. Like that's just a good example of why I would prefer Decay over Trophy. Hammer Time can just go on forever. What do you mean by that? Are you just talking? Are you just making a joke, Fluffy? You need to get out of my chat. Just kidding. Our opponent, according to the bot, it says our opponent is double queuing, so I don't know what the hell is going on here. Opponent joined the league and then just like decides not to play Magic with us. Revealed Lurrus. They have Lurrus, no joke. They just keep playing things. Oh, I guess. But I mean, that's the thing is like I want to decay the Lurrus, right? But then I don't want to trophy the Lurrus because then they just like they can utilize their mana so much because of the fact that they can animate Inkbond, like just put a hammer on it and then give it a flying again. Like that's so huge. Can't afford that. So Lurrus means no Blood Moon main, so let's just get a Triumph here, and then we can play Tumberglyph or decay something if they play like Magmatic Channeler or Dark Confidant. A lot of Rakdos. It's a good sign. Like that means this matchups that we have a shot in. It's just getting our Inquisition taken kind of sucks. Hoping to play more than one league today, but I don't think that's possible because our opponent's not playing Magic. They're double queuing. But I think that is the change I'm going to make. I'm just going to cut the trophy. I just don't think that's where I want to be in the deck, especially where we're just trying to be lower to the ground with Hex Drinkers and Lurruses and stuff. Having him draw the land is just like the other corner case that's in favor for trophy is like against Belcher when you want to sinkhole a land, and I can see that argument as well. But like again, these are just so many corner cases where it's like I'd rather just have the 95% of the rest of the time that decay is just better. Like in this matchup right now, like decay, like I don't want trophy. That being said, like we couldn't decay the wrinkle last game, and like I'd rather the trophy would have answered it. But like again, that's just like a corner case. Like how many wrinkles are we really playing against in modern? Like, that's just another corner case that you can't just be results oriented. I think. An opponent just wants to. They're probably in a very intense Pioneer match. I'm gonna play some music on my end. Hopefully, it doesn't kill my computer. Oh, okay. So they're on Scourge. Gotta try them here. Tomgoif. Both don't die to Bolt. Sounds fantastic to me. Ouch. Took the other Tomgoif. Okay. Oh, wow. They are just going off. You got it, buddy. You got it. That sucks. That's pretty decent. I guess we just play the Marsh Flats out. Sure. Sure. Guess I'll just fetch now. Hopefully I draw Fatal Push. Oh, jeez. Guess we just play this sword out and pass. There is a line of where we can just hold the sword and then just but then I think we want to protect it from a discard spell, even though they cast it like 5. I think I just block the Scourge here. If we get TBR'd, they bolt themselves, go to 5, so it's 8. So bolt doesn't necessarily do anything. I think we just block the Scourge. It's a very suspect attack, but yeah. Okay. Oh, so yeah, that's also just fine. I don't think we have any outs. Jesus, we're just getting rolled over. This happens when they just cast a million discard spells, I guess. So I think we want Kaya's Guile. Explosive seems good. Lingering Souls. Probably just cut the discard spells. can see lanterns coming into like one lantern. Let's go like that. I think I'm just going to opponent didn't reveal Lurrus. So they're boarded in Blood Moon. I think we're just gonna keep this. It's very loose, but this way we just play around discard spells, and this at least somewhat plays around Blood Moon. Okay. Marsh Flats. I kind of don't want that, so I'm just going to fetch a forest here. Yeah, go ahead. I think I just play the Tarmogoyf here. Just play the Overgrown Tomb out first. And I think we can just upkeep bobble them. Just doing this is most mana efficient. Sunbait Canyon. Interesting. Okay. We could get Blood Moon, and that just absolutely sucks. I could attack, and if they block with the Scourge, we can push the Courier. I think that's fine. Just blow them out. That's didn't expect that one. Okay. Just going to Tarmogoyf. Sure. It's a good hand for us. Sweet. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna beat myself for a little bit. Yeah, so to answer your question, Andrew, Teak has been okay. It kind of nombos with engineer explosives where I want to board in both. So example, like against a collected company deck, it's kind of awkward. Here, I think I'm going to cast Lingering Souls, hold up Cling. That way, if they were to rebuy Lurrus, we could just slowly on a plus. And then if we draw a land, we can go Sword Equip, untap, and kind of utilize a lot of our mana here. Ah, Jesus. I don't think they can really attack. We really need to draw like a removal spell, so we can go like push plus Liliana, but even then they can just minus the courier. It's interesting if they want to attack or not. Our EE was just pretty brutal, but sadly they just had some gas into the courier. I kind of want to just block here. Take the 2 from the shadow. Pop it. Take 2. So then that way, it kind of opens us out if they drew removal spell off the Bomat courier. There, like if we draw a land for this Liliana, it'd be kind of bad. Oh Jesus Christ! Probably take the Liliana here now at this point. Take the sword. I think I'm just gonna have to cling something now. We just need to draw an action now. Lurrus, I don't think counts. So we can go Lurrus, bring back engineered explosives, try to like take down the threats. We can go Lingering Souls, Tarmogoyf. We attack with Lingering Souls. They go to 7. They rebuy Lurrus. I mean, they have something else. Hey, they didn't play a land last turn, so they have an action spell that's not a land. So yeah, like attacking with both spirits and then playing Tarmogoyf and Lingering Souls, because then they're at 7, and then this Tarmogoyf plus the 2 spirits are lethal. And then if they draw TBR, they drew TBR, but I have a feeling they board it out. Or if they do, they have like 1 copy at most. Like, we're just dead to TBR, but we're dead to TBR, we're dead to TBR. Okay. It's a lot of big... Wow. They just conceded to Lingering Souls flashback. Let's go. So... I don't know how... I don't know how ahead we would be. I mean, I guess we would... Liliana minus them... And then we'd push 1. We'd attack with 2 spirits again. I don't know. I think that was kind of an early concession, to be honest. But what are you gonna do? I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick, and we'll finish the league off. I mean, we can go take a look tomorrow when it stops raining. It's okay. Seems premature. Exactly, Andrew. Exactly. Exactly. Oops. The fuck? Notepad. Happens when the dog clicks the mouse. Alrighty. 101. That looked pretty bleak, to be honest. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like that felt like we were very, very behind for a long time, and then explosives kind of called us back, um, and then they kind of drew hot off that Bomac courier. But then Lingering Soul saves the day. Lingering Souls in 2021. Let's go, right? Alright, so turn 1 Thoughtseize. Oh, so we're against Green White Heliod. Their hand does nothing, essentially. We take Skyclave Apparition. The other thing is we could also go take the Arbor Elf. They do nothing. They play Conclave Mentor. So we can take Arbor Elf. They go nothing. We go turn 3 Stoneforge Mystics. They play Conclave Mentor, and then we can Liliana them. Because otherwise this Liliana is pretty useless. And then they'll probably Skyclave Apparition the Liliana here. So I think I'm going to go for the high ceiling play and take the Arbor Elf. It just lines up with their hand better. Otherwise, this Liliana is kind of a weak removal spell. Oh my god, did they draw a 1-drop? Shut up. Okay, I was gonna say. I would have been so tilted. A bubble. It's not like we can change our play anyway. So we'll go with Temple Garden. Since we have the Batterskull in play already, we can get a Sword of Feast and Famine. Sense of protection from their stuff, and then we'll upkeep bobble them. Nice. You got a Windswept Teeth. Horizon Canopy is an interesting land to play first. Then they'll probably Skyclave our Liliana, but I think that's fine because then we can just have these equipments take advantage. If they don't if they Skyclave the Stoneforge Mystic, I think that's also a good line on them too. But I think that's also kind of a risky high ceiling, low floor play on them. That's an interesting draw. Because now we can Inquisition take their Skyclave and then Liliana minus, and then hold a Batterskull. Ooh, that's a tough call. Yeah. We know they have Skyclave Apparition, 3 lands. I think I kind of like just taking Inquisition here, and if they draw nothing, then our Liliana's just live, and then we can attack. Yeah, I think we just take rid of the Skyclave. The bad thing is, like, if they draw Arbor Elf, then they play Arbor Elf up, but then we just have a Batterskull, and then we can just equip a sword next turn if we draw a land. So I think we just Inquisition here. Yeah, their hand is just ass. Hopefully they draw nothing. Yeah. And this just like lines up our hand better too, because if they draw nothing, then we can have a Batterskull Liliana minus their threat too, if they're flooding here. So Windswept Teeth. They have all the same Windswept Teeth. If they have like, if they top deck Heliod, that sucks. But then we can just veil them to attack. I just have this. I fetch the sword, dude. I don't have the Batterskull in hand. No, you just want to be a party pooper. The thing is, they can also. I don't think Heliod plays Manic Path, so like if we top deck a land, we should be able to just be able to have this Batterskull equip a sword and be unimpeded, untap land. And if they have the path for the Batterskull, then we just equip our sword to the Stoneforge Mystic the following turn, like whatever. Hopefully they just don't have Collected Company. They could also just Collected Company into the wind next turn. That's the thing. So there's an argument for like literally not playing the Liliana. The path here, that sucks, but they don't. They drew planes. Okay. So that we know the contents of their hand. They're going to gain 2 here. Now we can just F6. Hopefully they don't draw a little Connect Company into just... Okay. I think that was a premature concession because they could have Coco'd into the nuts. We can never count out Coco. Never. So their deck is not contingent on the graveyard, so we can cut Spellbomb, we can cut Cling, we can board out explosives. Deadweight seems... This is like the exact match where we will want Deadweight, I think. Explosives is also very important against Ariok champions because that's where our Lilion Edicts don't really work, and then we only have a 1 path for it. I can see just cutting Scoos outright. Yeah, that's definitely one of the feel good moments of the deck when the wheels get going. It does feel good when you do that. So like I can see like cutting Hex Drinker just because they have like Walking Ballista, but then if I like spend their Walking Ballista for Hex Drinker, I think like I'm fine with that. They only run like 2 Ballista, but they run like 4 Ranger Captains. I think I wish this exile target artifact or champion that we can totally bring this in against Heliod. It'd be so good. What if it was like green and then like Selesnya sack it to exile target artifact champion? I think that'd be fair, right? Please. Because like the questionable cards that we may want are the Lingering Souls, because this ends up being kind of a mid-range match inevitably, and then this just doesn't get chump blocked versus an Auric champion, and then when we keep the sword to the Lingering Souls, then that's where we're talking. We could shave a Lily, but we're at the 60, right? Like we could just keep this. It's not like I need to cut anything. Like we're not over the 60 mark. It's just like is like Lingering Souls being like a Hex Drinker, and I feel like it may be. Then again, this doesn't get chunked blocked by Auric and it doesn't gain them life. I mean, this equipment's also kind of clunky. I think we'll just roll like this. I could see like cutting a sword and a Stoneforge for 2 Lingering Souls. I may do that on the play. Yikes, this hand is bad. It's close. I mean, if we spike a fetch land off the top, like this hand's very good, but then again, like, can we afford? We can honestly afford missing 1 land drop here, honestly. I actually kind of want to keep. Rhetoric 916, thank you for the wall. I really, really appreciate it. Like this, my knee-jerk reaction is to Mulligan. Like I actively was like, this is an instant mull. But then like kind of looking at it again, like we have a redraw here. We're on the draw. We already have our white splash color here, so like we can hit our green source. We have the black colors. We have 1 minute interaction here, and if we whiff on a land on our first draw, it's actually okay. Yeah, exactly, and it's like a bad matchup too. So it's like I think we keep this, knowing this is a bad matchup, knowing that we kind of need to get lucky to win this matchup anyway, and we're on the draw, so it's like there's a lot of reasons to line this up that way. And then they cast this Arbor Elf that lines up perfectly into our Fatal Push. So like we're totally pushing this Arbor Elf here. And hopefully we draw a green source. And even then, we can just cast Thoughtseize on turn 2, and they're not going to be able to cast a 3-drop, so we can take a Heliod with this Thoughtseize. Like, this is, like, not bad. That's not where we want to be. So let's see what they're going to draw here. They draw Eladami's Call, so I'm just gonna whoop. Land. Shit. Alright, we're not gonna draw it. Alright, we're not gonna get there, are we? Are we gonna get there? I mean, we could technically miss this one land drop here because we're gonna interact with the Thoughtseize, but like after this, it gets kind of rough. Because I'm definitely Thoughtseizing here. Okay. I think I'm still Thoughtseizing just because they're gonna be able to get a Heliod. But then they're just so mana inefficient. Because they're just gonna e-call here, and they can probably just slim Heliod extra. But then is that so bad? I think I'm actually just gonna cast Stoneforge Mystic because we just need to get a threat on board. Get a Batter Skull. Because otherwise, if we just Thoughtseize, we're just not doing anything. And then the fact that Stoneforge Mystic are only castable threat is why I'm taking this line, because like otherwise it's just like Stoneforge Mystic is like a delayed. Oh, they have Spike Feeder. Sorry, I just closed it. They have Spike Feeder hand. Like they otherwise it's like a delayed threat. Okay. Land. This kind of screams that they have Heliod. Double discards. We just have to do this. Okay. Definitely taking the Heliod. I guess we'll go Heliod and Conclave Mentor. I'm gonna cast the Thoughtseize after this, right? So we're definitely take the Heliod, but I think we also take the Conclave Mentor. The Skyclave Aberration isn't castable. And then we can, and I kind of want them to path because that way we get a green source. So we take the Mentor here. Of course, if they just draw Heliod, we insta lose, but what are you gonna do? Okay. Oh. Okay. That's fine. I think here we just need to hold a Batter Skull. I don't think this Thoughtseize is worth anything. I still want them to path me. Okay. If you're gonna path me, you know about the Batter Skull. Sure. That's exactly what happened. Get my green source. Valuable green source. Stoneforge Mystic. I guess we Thoughtseize here. Get Sword and Feast and Famine with Stoneforge Mystic. Another Path to Exile. Wow. We're still dead to a. I actually think we just get Tarmogoyf here, actually. Oh man, this is rough. But we kind of need to stabilize somewhat. Because if we get a Stoneforge Mystic... Okay, that's fine. Because if they skyclave the turn, I'm perfectly fine with it. Because that means our Lurrus can be okay. Sure. Then we take 2. The Stone First Mystic is very wimpy. That's dangerous now is we're pretty close to ballista range. So I think we have to, I think we're kind of forced to cast this Lurrus now. Man. Again, we're just dead to Heliod or a collected company to Heliod, so they have a lot of outs here. It kind of sucks. Force. Lucky. Sure. I mean, them killing off this... Oh, okay, that works too. That works too. Oh man, this side clearing just dealt a lot of damage to us, as well as the 2 Thoughtseizes. This is where Luna feels a lot better on the play, of course. I think I'm not going to have the Sex Drinker. I don't think it's where I want to be. I think on the play we want Kaya's Gal as just another sack threat. I think we just go like this. Why does that have to say non-creature? And then they can't cast Ballista? Jesus Christ. Man, and Deadweight seems fantastic here. Hopefully we can deadweight some people. Ah. That feels bad. Ah, it feels good. Okay. Okay, we're in business now. We're gonna go to 15, which sucks. But if we could take like a 1-drop and just kind of just hit some land drops here, we're actually okay. We're actually okay. Fuck's sake. So they can... That hand is so fucking good. Fuck. I think we just take the Heliod here. Fuck. Yeah, I think we just take the Heliod here. It's just like the card that we just can't answer. And hopefully they just like turn 2 Spike Feeder us. And then we can... Or if they lead on Arbor Elf, that'd be great. Cool. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Land? It's not bad. Land? Fetch preferably. So that we can push this Spike Feeder. Fetch land. Fetch land. Thanks. So now we're going to get Batterskull here. Hopefully they just play... Okay, now they're just going to hold out Collector Company. Oh. Shit. Spike Feeder, Coco, unknown. Fuck. Oh, the Coco's so good. We should hope this Coco whiffs. Thoughtseize would be a very good draw here. Damn, that top deck Heliod was very good for them. That doesn't do anything. So we're just gonna hold up Fatal Push and Batterskull. Hopefully they just tap it for Spike Fear and go for the combo. They're gonna hold up Collective Company. Okay. Okay. Whiff. Oh no. Damn. Fuck. Well, they whiffed. We got what we wanted. Oh man. Shit. Untapped Black Source. Overgrown Tomb. Overgrown Tomb. So we can Liliana them and then hold up push still. Ah. Shoot. Hopefully this hits something. I can still push. Yeah, for sure. I know it can still push, but I just want to be able to get a land. Just being able to like Liliana plus push would be very good here. Untap land. I think we just attack with this Batterskull here. And then pass, hold up, double push. Unfortunate. So we need to push the Spike Feeder. And then I'll probably grow this Mind Sensor. Please, hit something. Unfortunate. We can still Liliana next turn, which is fine. They make a 4/3. But I need to kill the other spike feeder. That's the other thing. That's the problem. Because we attack here and just literally want to minus them. Because like I needed to kill the spike feeder. That's the problem. It sucks because now their Avian Minester's going to be big. Hopefully they just have nothing in hand, but they didn't play a land drop, so like it's just so good. Oh, man. Whiffing on that land sucks too, because now we can't like get sword with this equipped sword. That was just too hard. Their opener hand was just so nutty. I don't think we could have beaten that. Because I have to take the Heliod with my discard spell. And then go from there. Unfortunate. Why couldn't they flood like game 1 and just have a shitty hand? Like, that's honestly like the best hand they could have ever asked for. There's like they couldn't have asked for a better 7 against us. I think they're gonna mulligan this hand. Like this Batterskull Skull's just a free mulligan. The deck is very good for sure. The other thing is like I also could have just held the Fatal Push. Maybe I should have just held the Fatal Push, and then waited until they did something. That's maybe I was a little too maybe I should have just held it. God damn. Both mulligan to 5. I'm gonna. I think I just have to keep this. Like we're on the draw. Yeah, I think that was my play. I may misplay. Maybe I was a little too aggressive. Aether Vial, Firelith Violet. God damn it. Batterskull, I mulliganed you away. Fire Islet Aether Vial is interesting. We just need to draw a land and we can play this Tarmogoyf. That'd be great. Oh, they're just on elementals? Fuck. Lucky. I think I play Tarmogoyf first and then just decay this later. Be more on the front foot. That's the other thing too, yeah. The problem was we just died a Mind Sensor too. I don't know. It's close. Pretty close. So what 2-drop elemental am I scared of? Because I could just decay this when they block. This can't be countered. Abrupt Decay showing its clutchness over Assassin's Trophy. Be countered. They don't vial anything in. Is this... Ah, shit. We're so fucked. We are so fucked. Like, I don't have Fatal Push for... I don't have Revolt with Fatal Push. Oh, my goodness. I'm just gonna concede. I don't think there's a point in playing this game. We could play Scavenging Ooze, but then, like, literally this card just steamrolls out of control. Yeah. Like, there's honestly not a point in playing this game once they untap with Risen Wreath. Risen Wreath is just so insane. Like, I could have just mulliganed before, I guess, you could argue, but, like, at that point we're just gonna lose, so. The Yard Hate is actually pretty relevant here. Kind of just want to board out the Lilianas. They're just so clunky. Okay, we board out the Hex Drinker, I think. I really just don't want this trophy anymore in my deck. It just feels so bad. I'm just gonna go like this. Yeah, Risen Wraith is just like that's when they just go off. And like if they untap with Risen Wraith, knowing that they have something in hand is just game over. The white Evoke Elemental? Which was that one? Thoughtseizes and Tormaglyph. Hopefully we draw a white land for Vesperlark. Of course you would know all the weird ass fucking cards in these meme lists, Andrew. Oh yeah. Well, plus it's just like they have a 2-mana red haster that just like brings shit back, and it's like, okay, like it can't really make you spend 3 mana to make you Edict, and then you can just go off, right? Doll. Dog's like chewing on something. I don't know what. Their hand is ass. If I don't draw a white source, I'm gonna be very sad. That being said, if I draw a non-white source, I might just E on 1 and kill a vial. This is Voice of Resurgence? This is Voice of Resurgence, isn't it? Opponent is tanking. This is Voice of Resurgence, right? Oh. White source. Untap land next turn would be very good. I'm gonna go for the high seeing low foreplay and get a Sword of Feast and Famine here. My opponent actually just messaged me. They're a fan of this stream, so I think they know I want Abzan. This happens when you are a streamer and people know what deck you play. But I don't think it gives that much of an advantage. It doesn't make that much of a difference, I think. Okay. So we know one of the two cards. Ancient Ziggurat Unknown. I would trust my opponent to not snipe. I trust all of my fans to not snipe me. I trust you guys. And if they snipe me on elementals, it's like, sure, whatever. It is what it is. Good attack. Untap land. Untap land. Untap land. I think I just bluff Batterskull here, and I can just attack with this Tarmogoyf. I just love bluffing Batterskull here. This just screens Batterskull, right? That's the thing. If they attack, then I think they're sniping. Oh no. Oh no. What is this? Oh, okay, that's fine. If they attack, then they're definitely sniping. It's like this screens Batterskull, right? Okay, it's a good sign when they're cracking their Islet. Plays Ziggurat, so I don't know any of the cards. Oh, okay. Sure. I think I'm just gonna crack this now. So they get no value. Oh shit. Forgot about that. Fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. I think I had to pay for it. Then we take 6. I might as well just cash in on the spell bomb then at this point. How do I just pay for this? Yes. I think we just need to do this. So next time we don't attack with Tarmogoyf. Because we can like block. Unless we draw untap land now. We can attack with Tarmogoyf and then untap. Dog is like eating Q-tips. Fucking gross. Just stay here. Let's bubble them to see what they draw. And if they have a 3-drop that can block my Tarmogoyf, then so be it. But let's see what they draw here. Oh, fuck! I forgot about Seal Mariner. Shit. God damn it. I keep forgetting about it because fucking my dog is distracting me. She keeps getting shit out of the trash. Oh, so annoying. I didn't even get the card draw off the bauble either. That's so dumb. Damn it. Okay. Get Batter Skull, and then move the equipment over to the Stoneforge Mystic. Oh man. I guess it wouldn't have mattered. Vial up to 4. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. That does nothing right now. I have to block here. They get a 4/4 elemental, which sucks, but push is a decent draw. I guess I can just move the equipment over to the Tarmogoyf, attack. Probably block. Actually, I can also just attack by the Tarmogoyf by itself. Yeah, I think we just attack at this Tarmogoyf by itself. And just have good defense here. Hold up path, Batter Skull, and push. And then, like, if they, like, triple block, we can just blow them out. So, they go to 5. Yeah, I think it's safe just to let this go and then just hold up all of our mana. I'm not forgetting about voice. Luckily, this sword can attack through. Because if they just, like, go all out here, we can just, like, path one, push the other, and then we have lethal. But thank you, Bits, for pointing that out. You're not wrong. You're definitely correct. But, like, I could actually just ignore this. Because there isn't a line where I could have probably pathed this. Path it on my turn, but I think I'd rather just save it for holding at these two guys. That's gross. It's on top. Maybe I should have put the sword over the Tarmogoyf, but the thing is that then they can just actually just attack back. So I think it's better just do this, and then we can hold up Batter Skull. If we draw Sword of Fire and Ice, then the game is over. Omnath. What the hell? Wow, that's scary. So it just ETBs deal 6. So we can move the sword over to the Batter Skull attack. We gain 6, go to 12. The Batter Skull is a 6/6. I think we just equip the sword to the Batter Skull. And then attack with Goyf and Batter Skull. Because we know where they're going to draw the Omnath, right? So yeah, let's equip the sword over to the Batter Skull and equip with both Torgoyf and the Germ. Wow, that's a blowout, if I can see one. We're going to path the voice here. And then this the elemental dies too. Hey. And they search. Oh, did they search? I can't tell. It doesn't say. And then we're just gonna play as tapped. We could, the E for 1 is also a good line because then they can kill Zavile, but I think this sets me up to win the following turn here. Because like I kind of wanted to gain the life, but I guess that stops him from casting this. But the thing is, like, the Omnath really doesn't do much now. Now we can kind of E for 2 and kind of blow our opponent out. Did they search? I still can't tell if they searched or not. Okay. That just means they have Omnath. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Because we could E right with the board and then push this Omnath for lethal. A lot of ways we could have done that. That Spellbomb was pretty clutch. I wonder, since we want to exile the whole graveyard, I wonder if we should have a Lantern instead of Cling. Ashok doesn't seem that bad either because they have the elemental searches, but I think this is fine. If we can like go Lurrus and bring back these 2 Yard Hate spells, would be clutch. Luckily, me forgetting about Unsilla Mariner didn't cost us the game. Blame my dog here. Getting Q-tips out of the fucking trash. She's wearing like a fucking little outfit here. Little bunny ears. Fucking get out of here, dog. I think we have the Moog in this hand. This hand's just... We need interaction this matchup. So I think we're just gonna... Fucking sake. I think we should take it lucky again. Oh, man. Like, we can't, like, not... Moog into 5 here. Okay, good. Yikes. double skelemental. Holy smokes. Hopefully they don't draw land for those skelementals. Damn, that kind of blows. Kind of get Batter Skull here, and it kind of forces them to evoke. What's that graphic that shows rear guard? It's one of the MTG bots that you can register. Sure. I guess we just discard Stoneforge Mystic and Trophy? Or Tarmogoyf? I think we definitely discard Stoneforge Mystic. I think we discard Tarmogoyf too. But then we don't have a threat after they Spike Bellows us. They'll probably Spike Bellows the Stoneforge Mystic. Or sorry, no, they Spike Bellows the Batter Skull. You might just have to discard Trophy and Stoneforge Mystic. Land. Hater, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. If they Lightning Skelemental again, probably just discard Lantern plus Goose. Courtship 628. Thank you for the follow. Thank you everyone for the follows. Really, really appreciate it. Probably discard Skoos and Tarmogoyf, I think. We also go discard Skoos and Lantern. I think we discard Skoos and Lantern. And they Spike Bellows the Batter Skull, and then we have Tarmogoyf as a follow-up. Unfortunate. I could also just kept Scavenging Ooze. Maybe I should have kept Scavenging Ooze. But then they could evoke it. I guess it doesn't really matter. Push is a good draw. I wonder if they're gonna Spike Bellows or Shriek. Spike Bellows, my Batter Skull. Sure. Yep. Kind of want to hold Bauble here. Just so if I need to revolt this Fatal Push, I have the option to. But they'll probably cast Shriek Maw, probably, if I had to guess. Okay, they drew a land. It sucks that we can't, we're not even close to equipping this. I wish I had a third land to bounce this to our hand this turn. Okay. mana. 2 mana. Cool. That worked out. Some action here. Well, at least we can return this now if we need be. Hopefully their hand is just nothing. That'd be very good. Voice of Resurgence is fine. Oh, okay. Gonna play this game again, huh? Sure. It's attack, so I'll do this at the beginning of combat. Can't return this still, which sucks. Aether Vial, sure. Sword of Fire, nice. I guess we just attack. They go to 7. Hope they don't have anything. Just whiff. Just draw all the Aether Vials upon it. It's okay. Blue. Interesting. Okay, so they... Something else blue? Okay. I'm gonna hold up. I'm gonna bluff path here. Or if you do draw path, that'd be very good. Sure. Whiff. Whiff. Risen Reef? I guess it makes sense for them to sandbag that. If we draw an untapped land here, we can equip Bashful. That's still force mistake. That would be very clutch. Okay. Don't be blue or red. Double Risen Reef. That's scary. Okay. Do we just win now? Just win? Let's go. That Sword of Fire and Ice was a very clutch draw, if I do say so myself. Decay would have been very decent too if they had drawn something that would have been able to block. Like if it was like if it was like a Voice of Resurgence for some reason, like we could kill it. Actually, yeah, if they had Voice of Resurgence exactly, we could have decayed the token, and then E for 0, and then pop it, and that would have been very good. Man, that's crazy. Crazy game. I'm gonna get some water real quick, and then we're gonna finish the last match. So just give me a couple minutes. This is what I call one of those roller coaster leagues where you lose and then you win and then you lose and then you win and you lose. It's hopefully we can break that cycle here and we rattle 2 wins in a row. Hopefully. That is the goal here. You got 25 years. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I appreciate everyone for hanging out with me during this Tuesday evening or Wednesday morning, wherever you guys are. If you guys want to support the channel, you guys can hit that follow button on Twitch. I'd really, really appreciate it. If you guys want to check out my old YouTube content, that's where I post my all of my streams. It'll be youtube.com/KODiamonds. And then if you guys want to find out when I stream, all those updates, I always post when I stream on Twitter. And you can follow me there. It's twitter.com/KODiamonds22. Looks like we're against a Lurrus deck here, and our hand is pretty well equipped. We have our main deck spell one seems to be coming in clutch. You can nab all of your cards in the graveyard before the Lurrus can kind of overwhelm us. We have 2 removal spells, and we have a Tarmogoyf for threat. So this is like the perfect recipe. The only thing I wish I had was to be on the play. I think we were on the draw every match today, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But we've definitely been on the draw a lot tonight. And so it goes. I'll keep the hand. And sour eggnog. If this is Rakdos, this is like a 3rd Rakdos match tonight. Hopefully we can win. It's definitely at least 50%. It's definitely not unfavorable. I wouldn't say it's favorable, but I think it's, it's a mid-range bitch mat, right? Like, you would hope that it would at least be 50-50. So, unfortunately, we lost that coin flip round 1. I mean, this could also just be hammer. And if that's the case, our hand is also, nope, it's just Rakdos. Sure. Opponent's like, damn, opponent's hand is fantastic. What do you think about Shadowsphere in the 75 somewhere? I can't remember if I asked your opinion. You did, and I don't mind explaining it again. Like, I think Shadowsphere is fine. If anything, someone on stream yesterday asked, oh, not yesterday, the last time I streamed, someone asked about the new enchantment that I think it gives lifelink or something for like 1 mana. And my response is, why would you run that when you can just run Shadowsphere? So like Shadowsphere is tutorable in our deck, so we can, like, if it's a sideboards card, like, we can definitely hit it consistently. So I like Shadowsphere as a toolbox card. I don't know how good it is in the meta. I don't remember rounds if you're the one that suggests if there's a lot of spirits, but like when there's a lot of spirits or boggles in the meta, then I think Shadowsphere has a lot of play there, right? Wow. I think we can just ignore the TBR and just take a Night's Whisper. So I think that's where I'm at in the card. Not to say it's bad. I just don't think the meta is right for a card like that right now. I think it's awkwardly versatile in kind of a good way. I just don't think it's the versatility, like all those things where it is good against, is good right now. Oh, thank you, Ransley. Appreciate your support to the channel as always. Always tuning in, I feel like, so makes me happy. You always have people hanging out, as with everyone else in the chat. You guys are awesome. Tuning in to me, who's just a small streamer. Al Familiar MTG, thank you for the follow. Really, really, really appreciate it. Appreciate all the follows, you guys. All you guys just tuning in. It makes streaming Play Magic a lot of fun, as always. Appreciate all the support. I'm just glad you guys are hanging out. Hope you guys are enjoying this Abzan Stoneblade content that I stream consistently. They didn't bring back Lurrus. So I'm just gonna not invest mana into this. Right? Like if they had Lurrus, I mean, I'm sorry, if they had no removal, I would assume they just bring back Lurrus. I think we just attack and pass. What are they doing here? It's Kolgon's command? Discards a card. Interesting. I'll just discard this land. So they have TBR, 3 unknown. We have a shit ton of removal. I mean, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they just brought Lurrus back. Swiss Sphere is interesting. I don't mind just leaving the Swiss Sphere alone. I don't think I'm worried about that. I'm worried about like shadows and scourges. Because if we like draw a Tomoglyph, we just like... Oh, they brought Lurrus back. Okay. If they cast Lurrus here, I'm just gonna pop this in response. Hopefully they don't draw a Bauble here. I'm gonna take this hit from the Swiss Sphere. If they cast a Lurrus, yeah, I just have to crack the spell bomb response. It becomes like a cat and mouse game. Death Shadow, interesting. Wow. What did I reveal? They know about... They actually know about Martur's rule spells. So I think we just have to do this now. Oh god, my dog is snoring. It's not the greatest draw. I could also just Spellbomb now. I think it's better just to wait. So I have Lurrus, TBR, 2 unknown. Okay. Long Sean, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Please give me something good. It's okay. Should have TBR unknown. Soul Scum Rage, Jesus. Hey! Andrew, thank you for the gift sub. Bits, welcome to the channel and getting the subs. Fuck. Just gonna have to do this. Hope they have nothing. They have TBR in hand. Always gifting the subs, Andrew. Appreciate it. Fuck. Damn, their Thoughtseize was alive. That's unfortunate. So they have TBR unknown. Sorry, this Lurrus is not. Wow, that's an aggressive lightning bolt. Are we just dead? No, we're just dead. Yeah, that TBR is just live. I'll make him do it though. Damn, they just drew pretty hot. Wow, 1 point. Unfortunate. They drew very well out of that too. That's crazy. Deadweight seems like a really good card here. I think this is where you want to be and just cut the discard spells again. Damn, if we lose the Rakdos twice, that's going to be kind of shitty, but what are you going to do? Sometimes it's just not your night sometimes, you know? It's just... Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. When you play tier 4 deck, you lose more often than you win. But it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, the deck's fun. Yeah, I mean, you just kind of have to roll with the punches sometimes. Like, when your opponent just has a nuts draw, it's just like, okay, yeah, the nut draw. Can't get mad about stuff like this. I think that's kind of like what I've kind of like learned about. Hey, Rousey, thank you for the cheer. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's kind of what I learned when I think of just as like after I finished playing Heliod, it's like I was playing Heliod because it was fun to brew that deck too, but like it wasn't just my play style. Like, it was fun to win, but like when you lose, just like, dude, like I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, it's fun to win, but when you lose with something that's not like a deck that you really like to play. Not to say I don't like to play Heliod. I did like to play Heliod a lot, but I feel like when I lose with Abzan, it's like, all right, I lost with, you know, I lost. Like, I can move on. But with Heliod, it's just like, God, like, why did I play this deck? You know what I mean? You get that feeling. So it's like, if I get a 2-3 league and lose tickets, I'd rather just lose with lose with Abzan midrange than another deck that I'm kind of like, when I'm trying to spike a tournament or something. That being said, I think it's also because like I don't care for the pro scene right now. I don't care to try to make the pro tour. It's arena, like I don't care. So it's like I'd rather just have fun with a deck I really enjoy and try to tune it to the meta than like then end up losing anyway with a tiered deck. Lots of 1-0s, but no tutors. Is it just for testing, or is it worth considering going more in 1 or 2 or 2-0s? Yeah, that's a good question. Let me actually do the pile view. So like the 1-0s you speak of, the 1 of Scavenging Ooze, the 1 of Hex Drinker, the 1 of Cling, the 1 of Path. I think, fucking Christ, we've been mulling a lot lately too, which is also kind of shitty. Probably gonna just bottom the Gauntlet Shrine. Our opponent revealed Lurrus, so they don't have Blood Moon. So like the wet drops are like Hex Drinker, Scavenging Ooze, Spellbomb, and Path to Exile. And I think where we're at right now, I'm just gonna and the trophy, sorry. And like the trophies, I'm just gonna turn into a decay. I think I just want 3 decays right now. The Scoos and the Hex Drinker, I think you can make an argument that you could just have 2 Hex Drinkers or 2 Scavenging Oozes.
Where I had the deck originally, Dark Shrooms, is I had two Scavenging Oozes, um, and two Extrinkers, I think. I trimmed one for a Cling and one for a Spell Bomb. I think having the ability to exile the whole graveyard is really, really powerful, and I just kind of wanted a card that I wanted like a fifth Bauble because I felt like whenever I drew Lurrus and I didn't have Mishra's Bauble, Lurrus felt really, really, really bad. At least Spellbomb I can like cantrip off it early and then just bring it back, and I essentially still get to draw a card even though it's delayed and it takes an extra mana. The card advantage is still there. Um, the Cling is something I've just been testing, and I think I really, really like it as a one of. I don't think you want more than one Cling anyway. Just being able to have one just to have late game draws, like being able to escape and cantrip off it is very, very powerful. You would think it would nomble with Lurrus and Tarmogoyf, but by the time you want to cash in this Cling, like we end up having a lot of cards in the graveyard. So like we'll have enough to keep Tarmogoyf big, have something valuable in the graveyard with Lurrus, and still able to cast the Cling. And Path, I just want one. I mean, you can make it become a fourth push, but I kind of like having access to one path just because of the exile clause. And that's my big rundown of the deck. Hopefully that answers your question. I don't think I'm really in the testing phase anymore. I think I'm in the camp that I really like my main right now, and the sideboard is just kind of ever. Just I've been kind of like jumbling sideboard slots together. I think most of the sideboard's kind of locked. Um, Call Guns command sucks. Um, like I think the two Lingering Souls, the two Chokes, the two Ashocks, the two Explosives are kind of locked, and everything in between I can see it being a lot of other things. So no problem. I could spend an hour talking about this deck because I put a lot of work into it. It's not like it's technically a brew because no like it's something that I made and it's not like anyone else is playing this. But then again, it's like I would appreciate input too. You know, like it's only me playing this deck. I like Jeremy actually Roundsy in the chat actually played a little bit of it too, and his input was actually pretty valuable to me. I appreciated his input. Just good having like other people's thoughts on a deck and kind of more input and ideas and suggestions. Um, it's always good to reevaluate, especially an archetype like BGX where it's just an outdated archetype. Like I've actually bounced ideas off myself. It's like, do I want Scourge in this deck? And it's like Scourge kind of nombos with Batterskull, but then we can also just have not Batterskull and just have more equipment. Other thing is we can also try to have Lurrus in the sideboard, right? I think I'm just gonna bin this Stoneforge Mystic actually. I think I'll just bin this land. Bin the land actually doesn't seem bad. Actually, we know about the Call Guns command. Maybe getting the Stoneforge Mystic wasn't the best. And then we just cast Timberglyph here. I think we just go double Goyf. Yeah, they have Call Guns command. I forgot about that. If they play Scourge, that sucks. But Scourge is a 3/3. If they play Shadow, that sucks. That's according to plan, Rousey. We just draw the card that we discard. It's, classic Thoughtseize bug, right? Exactly what we wanted to do. So they have the Marsh Flats. I guess Call Guns Command is actually just not doing anything in this board state. Okay. 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 Wow. It's a lot of Tarmogoyfs. I think we just have to play a Tarmogoyf here. they kind of can't attack either. Oh, Kai's God would be so good here. I'm gonna bluff. Oh, they can just Croxa now. Maybe they're tapping out for Croxa. Oh, and then it shrinks the Tarmogoyf. Goyf's still 4/5 after this Croxa resolves. So, it's not the end of the world. They have Kolaghan's Command 2 unknown. I think we have to crack here. Damn it. They took our one removal spell, and then now they just have... Maybe I should have not played the Barsh Flats, because then the Scourge gets bigger. God damn. Actually, it doesn't matter because the Scourge is going to get bigger because of this Croxa. So it's going to attack, and then we're going to take 3. What are our outs here? Bring in Lurrus back to hand. Oh, okay. Sure. If they have the Fatal Push, we're fucked anyway. So we have to do 2 blocks, right? We're forced to do this. So we're forced to do this, right? At least, at minimum. The question here is, do we want to double block? If they have push, we're fucked anyway, right? If they have bolt, they can bolt themselves to 2, and it goes to 11. So if they have bolt, we go to 4, right? If they have bolt, they could bolt themselves. It doesn't do anything. But if we double block, bolt kills 1 Goyf. So I actually think we don't double block here and hope we spike a we don't have any discard spells, huh? So we actually have no sorceries in our Yeah, there's no way we have lethal here. I think we're drawing dead. Ooh, souls is true. But then we go to 3 with souls. That's the problem. Because the Croxa attack fucks us. Oh, that's true. We do hit for 5. Yeah, so I think we just don't block. Hope to hit Lingering Souls off the top. Yeah, I think that's our line here. I think that's our line. Yeah, because if they have Bolt, they can bolt their Tarmogoyf and we just don't have a threat. If they bolt us, we're at 1. And I guess if they have exactly Bolt, we're dead anyway, right? So if that's the mindset, if we're in the mindset that we're dead to Bolt because we need exactly Ringer Souls, we just need a double block here. They can bolt themselves, we take 10. We can bolt us, we go to 1. So like we're dead to Bolt anyway. So I think we take this line here. We're dead to Bolt, we're dead to push, we're dead to everything. So okay. Okay. So Slinging Souls is not lethal. We still fetch, I think, to thin. Engineer Explosives, we live for 1 turn. Because we can play 1 and then crack it. We can chump block the Scourge. They have Bolt. They have Bolt. They don't have Bolt. Temple Garden. We paid our outs. That's all you really can do. We just got crushed by Rakdos twice this league. It's kind of shitty. I'm gonna take this card out. The card is just actively bad. Like I did my rant about Trophy just not being good in this deck, and I think I'm just adamant about it now. It just feels so bad. It cost me a match last league, and I think it's just not where I want to be. Like just ramping our opponent when we're just dead in the water to like decks that Trophy, that things that Trophy kills that Decay doesn't. And I'd rather have just percentage points against matchups like this. Yeah. I also could have run the first Rakdos match. The first Rakdos match, our opponent had Rankle, which is very, very interesting. That was a very interesting kind of main deck inclusion. Maybe I want to Spellbomb instead of the second Soulgate Lantern, because I kind of miss just being able to cantrip too. Like, and just have one Soul Guide for oops and just hope they don't have Lantern. What do you think about Sword Line Shadow or Sword Finance with the Pro Black and Buyback creatures? I've had Sword of Light and Shadow in the sideboard before. I really like that card, and that's the card that I actually cut, strictly because like Death and Taxes isn't that prevalent anymore. When Death and Taxes was tier 1, I had the Sword of Light and Shadow was so good in the sideboard, so good. But nowadays I feel like there's not that many white decks. You already have Feast and Famine for the Pro Black, so it's like I don't think you need it. Sword of Fire and Ice is just the better main deck card. Like if you're able to connect with the Storm of Fire and Ice, you just win the game. Cause like Sword of Light and Shadow, I feel like is a sideboard card, and I can see an argument for having one in the sideboard. I just don't think it's that great right now. Like I like having a third Sword of Pro Black against like Titan, like Green White Reclaimer, because they have Skyclave Apparition, so then when take one, it's nice to have another one. But I think I'd rather just hedge towards something else because I feel like it's not that necessary. Yeah, I mean, if you have a lot of like push and path, like if like Orzhov was tier 1 instead of Rakdos, a snap Sword of Light Shadow sideboard for sure. But Rakdos is the more popular one. And in which case, like, Sword and Feast and Famine is already pretty good. That being said, Sword and Light and Shadow, it seems pretty decent because you can gain 3 life and hopefully nullify, like, a Scourge. Um, but I think if you're able to equip something and attack back, I think at that point, like, you're already winning the game. Um, so that it's kind of, it feels more win more, like, just because the protection just isn't as relevant. I think green black and red blue is kind of covers your bases. I haven't I so like I so put it a different way, I haven't missed Sword of Light and Shadow. Um, I missed it a lot when Taxes was tier 1, and I actually cut it for I think a couple leagues, and like, and I was like, dude, I miss Sword of Light and Shadow, but like ever since I kind of went play Heliod and came back to this deck, I haven't missed Sword of Light and Shadow at all. It was actually in my first draft when I was like kind of retinkering it to the meta when I went back to this deck. Um, but I just don't think it's necessary now. Not to say it's bad, not to say that it isn't bad in your deck. I think there's justifiable reasons to have it. I personally just don't think it's right in the current meta right now. But if your LGS has it, then yeah, like, it's definitely like, I feel like with this deck, I have like my 75, and then I have like 30 cards that are like, oh, I'm gonna put in Pithing Needle, Sword of Light and Shadow, you know, a second Scooz, a second X Drinker, you know. There's so many other cards they could have in the sideboard, like, just, you know, like, just like Felidar Retreat, Gideon Alliance in a card, like random stuff that, like, as the meta evolves, you can adapt to it. And I think with Dex and Taxes falling out, I don't think I have Sword and Light and Shadow in my considerations for now. Then again, I can see having it over like Gaddock Teague if I just want to just not have too much hate for Belcher, because I feel like Gaddock Teague has been kind of like okay. Like, I don't like the Nombo with engineered explosives. It's really just for like crit command locks, in which case it still gets bolted easily. So I don't think I have a reward for 24-hour stream though. I know Andrew earlier redeemed the chest, which ended up not doing shit. Jenny would kill me. Jenny would absolutely neuter my ass if I did a 24-hour stream. Like, god damn, Andrew, how many fucking of those do you have? I need to up that chest amount before the next stream. And so since I'm 2-3 every fucking league, I can't afford this. I thought this said trash. And I was like, yeah, this is trash. Thrash and threat. That's, yeah, very. Target creature you control does damage equal to its part of target creature or planeswalker you don't control. Okay. Create a 4/4 beast? Sure. I mean, it's on curve. 4 mana 4/4 seems fine. 2 mana fight, prey upons, kind of eh. I last time watched it mentioned as an option. Someone mentioned it and I already vetoed that right off the bat. That's just, I am just too old to do that. I'm sorry, Ramsey. I ain't gonna have to veto that. I was thinking maybe I can do like a fun league, like something with like rhinos or something, like Abzan Yorion or something like that. Because I saw Gabriel Nassif actually stream that earlier today, and I was like, dang, I kind of want to stream that next. But I just don't think the deck is good. He like 3-2 to 4 in the first league, and then like 0-4 the next, and I was like, yeah, the deck's not that good. I can tell you that right now. So. Ooh. Sorry, it's really like stormy where I live, and there's a big gust that just like shook my windows. Or I could just lose out on all my ticks, Roundsley. That's the other thing that's gonna happen. Have you like Deadweight? That's the thing. I wanted to try out Deadweight. I wanted to draw it, but I drew it without Lurrus. So I killed an Arbor Elf, and I killed something else. I don't remember what it was. But if I had a Lurrus, it would have been fantastic. So like I just didn't have that combo of cards, but like it was just a 1 minute removal spell that was very efficient. Like, I can't complain about that. So, I it's just, I just need more. I think I just need more leagues. I really wanted to do two leagues tonight, but my girlfriend had a late meeting, and and I wanted to start after that. I might try to do two leagues this weekend. I might have to uh, set something up like that. But yeah, other than that, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. It was a fun stream, even if it was a 2-3, even that look wasn't that great. It was a lot of fun as always. If you guys want to support the channel, if you guys haven't, please hit that follow button. Um, I really appreciate that, as I already passed my goal of 500, but we want the next goal, which is 600. 600 followers, I really appreciate it. You guys can check out my old streams on my YouTube. It's youtube.com/KO Diamonds. And then if you guys want to get stream updates, I'm sure you can get a notification from Twitch, but you guys can also follow me on Twitter. It's twitter.com/KO Diamonds22. All that info is on the bottom of the screen. Let's support a smaller streamer. Grace is a cool person, playing some Gulbos. I stay for the raid, and then you guys can just bounce after. But other than that, appreciate everyone for tuning in. It's always a lot of fun. Take it easy, guys, and I'll catch you guys either Saturday, Sunday. I'm not sure what day I'm going to be able to stream this weekend, but tune in for that. Take it easy, guys, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.